Good morning, students. Today topic is Turing machine. The topics of today's discussion are basic model of Turing machine, definition of Turing machine, representation of Turing machine. There are three representation of Turing machine with the help of ID, transition table, and transition diagram. And next is the language acceptability of Turing machine. So let us start. What is the Turing machine? Turing machine was invented by Alan Turing in 1936. It is the ultimate mathematical model of computer. It can compute anything that can be computed. Turing machine is studied for two basic purposes. One is the class of language it defines recursively enumerable, and this language is generated by type 0 grammar. Next, the class of integer function it computes. You could say that the computer was invented twice, once by the Charles Babbage and once by Alan Turing. Charles Babbage's machine was supposed to practical things, and Alan Turing machine was just a machine of mind. Actually, Turing machine was not invented for computing numbers, but solving problems in logic and to probe limits of computation and human thought. Turing machine, which corresponds to different complexities of language, computer, and human. This is interesting, but it raises the question, what is a Turing machine? Why did everyone even bother to think up to this idea? Turing machine does have grammars and languages. It is even more. To understand all these concepts, we have to know what is a basic model of Turing machine. How will we define a Turing machine? How will we represent a Turing machine? And how will we define the language accepted by Turing machine? Okay, so let us start these points one by one. The basic model of Turing machine. In this figure, you can see there is a tape, which is one end of the tape is closed and the other side is infinitely long. Infinitely long. And this tape is divided into a number of cells. each cell is capable of storing a single symbols, and the blank of the cell is represented by the capital P. This is the one component of Turing machine. Next is a tape head. Tape head points a symbol currently read by the machine. And next is a finite control. Means machine is in a finite number of states. It moves in a finite number of states. Here the tape head moves in the left direction as well as also in the left direction as well as the right direction. Okay, means the basic model of Turing machine consists of the three things: a tape, and next is the tape head, and next is the finite control. Okay, in one move it reads a single symbol pointed by a tape head. Based on this symbol read by a Turing machine, it do the three things. First, it changes the state, means machine moves from one state to another state. This is the first thing. Next, it write a new symbol on the tape cell pointed by the tape head and move the head one cell left or right. Okay, so depending on the symbol Turing machine reads, it do the three things. First, it moves from one state to another state, write a new symbol on the tape, and it moves in the left direction or in the right direction. Okay. Next point. How will we define a Turing machine? Formally, with the help of 7 tuples, we can define a Turing machine. The tuples of Q, sigma, gamma, delta, Q0, capital P, and F, where Q is a finite set of states. Sigma is an input alphabet. It consists of the finite set of input symbols. And this capital B means a blank space in a tape. It is not a member of this sigma. Okay. Next is the gamma. It is a finite set of tape symbols called the tape alphabet. B is the element of this gamma is a blank symbol. Delta is a transition function. A mapping from Q cross gamma to Q cross gamma cross L comma R. Means it moves in the left direction or it moves in the right direction. Here you can note delta may not be defined for some element of Q. Next point. Q0 is the element of capital Q with the start state of the Turing machine. F is a proper subset of Q with a set of final states. So with the help of these 7 tuples, we can define a Turing machine. Q, sigma, gamma, delta, Q0, B and F. Where Q is the finite set of states, sigma is the input alphabet, gamma is the tape alphabet, delta is a transition function, Q0 is the initial state, okay, B is the blank symbol and F is the set of final states. Next. ID of the Turing machines. What is the ID? At any instant of time, what is the configuration of the machine? Means, and how will we represent the configuration of the machine? With the help of the current state of the machine, contents of the tape, and the position of the tape head. With the help of these three things, we can represent what is the current configuration of the Turing machine. Means current state, contents of the tape, and next is the position of the tape head. Let us see how will we represent a current configuration of the Turing machine. Alpha 1, Q, alpha 2. What is alpha 1? This is the one representation, alpha 1, Q, alpha 2, or we can say x1, x2, x3 to xk minus 1, followed by Q, and followed by xk plus 1 to xn, where alpha 1 is x1, x2, x3 to xk minus 1, and alpha 2 is a xk plus 1 to xn, and Q is the current state of the Turing machine. Okay. Alpha 1 and alpha 2 is a string in gamma star. And what is the gamma? Gamma is the state alphabet. So alpha 1 is a member of gamma star and alpha 2 is a member of gamma star. Means the what is the gamma? Gamma is the state alphabet. Alpha 1 is the, I have already told you, x1, x2 to xk minus 1, and alpha 2 is the xk plus 1 to x. So this is the way we can represent the current configuration of the machine. Here this Q means the current state of the machine, and the tape head is pointing to this xk. The symbol under the tape head is xk. Okay. Xk is the symbol under the tape head to represent the current state of the machine. Okay. Through this figure, means here you can see the current state of the machine is Q. The symbol under the tape head is xk. Okay. Suppose Q, sigma, gamma, delta, Q0, B, F. This is our Turing machine. And the current configuration is this, x1, x2 to xk minus 1. Qi is the current state of the machine. Xk plus 1 to xi. With xi is an element of this gamma, qi is the element of capital Q, is the idea of a Turing machine. Now we are going to define a move. Suppose this is the current state of the Turing machine, and what will be happen if a transition function is given? Let us see. Suppose machine is the current configuration is this x1 x2 to xk minus 1 q1 xk plus 1 to xn, and delta is the q1 xk q2 yr. What it means? Here you can see machine in state q1. The symbol under the current head is xk. Xk. Yeah. Machine in state q1. If it reads xk, then it moves from q1 to q2. Replace this xk by this y, and here r denotes the tape head moves in the right direction. Okay. This is the current configuration. The symbol under tape head is xk. And if this is the transition function, then replace this xk by, here you can see this y. Change the state q1 to q2. And here you can see the machine moves in the right directions. Means what will be the next symbol under the tape head? You can say xk plus 1. Means the next state is q2. The symbol under the tape head is xk plus 1. And how will you represent this new configuration? x1 x2 xk minus 1 y q2 xk plus 1. Since the machine moves in the right direction, means now this xk plus 1 is the symbol under the current tape head. And how will you represent this? q2 xk plus 1, and y is at this place. Okay. And if suppose the transition function is this, machine is in state q1, okay, q1, and the tape under the symbol is xk. Machine in state q1, it reads xk, it moves to the state q2. Replace this xk by y, and at this time you can see here L represent the left direction. Here the tape moves in the left direction. Okay. What is the current configuration? This q1 xk plus 1 this. So now machine goes to the state q2, and this time it moves to the left direction. Means the symbol under the tape head will be xk minus 1, and the state is q2. Here you can say q2 xk minus 1. Okay, and this xk is replaced by this y. So this is the current configuration, and after this instruction, machine moves from this configuration to this configuration. Okay, so this is the way how will we represent the configuration of the machine from one configuration to other configuration depending on a given transition function. Okay. Next part is a computation of a Turing machine. A computation of a Turing machine M on the input W is a finite sequence of configuration C0, C1 to Cn, such that what is the C0 is the initial configuration. And how will we represent the initial configuration? The state, the initial state Q0 and followed by the input string W. Okay. And Cn is the halt state. Means alpha 1, Q and alpha 2. Where here in the halt state, okay, the Q is a member of this F, means the member of the set of final states, and alpha 1 and alpha 2 are the member of gamma star. Next, with a condition Ci to Ci plus 1, when a machine moves from this configuration to only this configuration for all I between 0 to n minus 1. Okay. So this way we can represent the computation of a Turing machine when we feed a string into the machine, or when we feed the instruction to the Turing machine. Okay. Yeah. Next is a transition table. A Turing machine can be represented by a transition table as we have as a push down automata is represented by a transition table. A finite automaton is also represented by transition. And what is the transition table? Transition table is a tabular representation of a transition function. Okay. Let us take what is the algorithm to make a transition table. Okay. Step 1. Draw a table in which number of rows indicates the number of states in the Turing machine and the number of columns indicates the number of symbols in sigma. Next, start state is represented by minus sign or F, and the final states are preceded by this plus sign. Okay. Label the rows with the state names and the columns with the symbol in sigma. For each transition function, delta QA PYR means machine in state Q, input is A, moves to the P, replace this A by Y and moves in the right direction. R, delta QA PYL. In this case, delta QA PYR, we write P followed by Y followed by R into a table of row Q and column A. Means we write PYR in row Q and column A. Here we write PYL into row Q and column A. Okay. Is it clear? Let us take an example. Suppose here you can see in this Turing machine there are 1, 2, 3, 4 states Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Means number of rows equal 4. Here there are alphabet is 2, A, B, input alphabet, and here is a tape alphabet A, small b and capital B. So here we have to count the number of alphabets, number of symbols in the stack alphabet. Here you can see there are 3 symbols A, B, and there is a blank symbol. The number of columns 3. It means that we draw a table consisting of the 4 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Now let us see. Let us see the first instruction, transition function. What is the first transition function? Delta Q0A Q1AR means we write Q1AR into row Q0 and column A. Okay. Here you can see Q1AR, row Q0 and column A. Okay. Is it clear? Now let us see the second. Q0B, delta Q0B, Q2BR means we write Q2BR into row Q and column B. Okay. Here you can see Q2BR in row Q0 and column B. Okay. So this way we can make a transition table for a given Turing machine. Okay, so we have to draw a table of rows and columns. The number of rows equal to the number of states in the machine, and number of columns are equal to the number of symbols in stack alphabet. Okay, so this way we can make a transition table for a given Turing machine. Okay, now next point. Let us see what will be happen when we let us see how a Turing machine will work when we input a string into the machine. Means we are going to understand the working of a Turing machine. So let us understand with taking an example. Suppose we feed A, B, A, or next is the AAA and 4B into the machine, into a Turing machine. And here you can see the Turing machine has 5 states Q0 to Q4. Input alphabet is AB and stack alphabet is A, B, X, Y, B. Delta is a transition function, Q0 initial state, B is the blank symbol, Q4 is a final state, and the transition functions are defined as follows. Delta Q0 A to Q1 XR. Okay, and these are the transition functions. Let us see what will be happens. Well, ABA first. Let us see what will be happen when we input ABA to the Turing machine. As we know, how will we represent the initial configuration? The initial state and followed by the input string. Here, what is the initial state? Is a Q0 and input is a ABA. Okay. The sequence of ID descriptions are as follows. So machine in initial state Q0 ABA. Okay, and what will be happen if machine in state Q0 and at this time the input symbol under the tape head is A. Here you can see you have to search the corresponding transition function into the given transition functions. Okay, now come to this point. Okay, so machine in initial state Q0, the symbol under the tape head is A. Means here you can see that machine in state Q0, input is A. It moves to the state Q1, replace this A by X and moves in the right direction. Okay, here the next configuration is this A is replaced by X first, then it machine moves to the right direction. Means the symbol under the tape head must be the B. Here you can see the B, and the current state is Q1. So X, Q1, B, A. Okay. So machine in state Q1 and input under the tape symbol is B. You can see here. What is the instruction? Q0 XR. When machine goes to the state Q0, replace this B by X and move into the right directions. Okay. Okay, machine in state Q1 and input is B. Okay, so let us see what will be happen. Here I think it is given a wrong instructions. Okay, so let us back to the your transition function. What will be happen if the current state is Q1 and input under the tape symbol is B? Okay, what will let us see. Okay, here Q1 and input is B. The machine goes to the state Q2. Okay, replace this B by Y and this time it moves in the left direction. Okay, now let us see this. Here you can see replace this B by Y and moves in the left direction, means the current symbol under the tape head at this time is the X. Okay. So now how will we represent? Q2 X Y A. Okay. Let us see what will be happen. So at this time machine is in state Q2, input is X, Q2 and X. It goes to the state Q0, moves this, replace this X by X and moves in the right directions. Okay. Here you can see Q0 is the current state and moves in the right direction, means the symbol under the tape head is Y. So Q0 Y A. Okay. What will be happen? Machine in state Q0, the symbol under the tape head is Y. Q0 Y, then machine moves to the state Q3, replace this Y by Y and moves in the right direction. Is it clear? This is the movement X, Y, Q3 and A. Right direction means the symbol under the tape head is A. So Q3 A. Is it clear? Now machine in state Q3 and input is A. Okay. And you can see the list of the transition functions. There is a no transition function if machine is in state Q3 and input is A. No transition functions defined for this movement. It means that machine will crash and machine always halt. But if there is no transition, machine will halt. Okay. And you have to see what is the current state of the machine. Okay. And what is the current state? Q3. Okay. And Q3 is not final state. It means that machine will not accept ABA. Means ABA is rejected by the machine. Okay. Let us see the next. What will be happen if AAA and BBB is input to the machine? Okay. So how do we represent? We already know the initial configuration is this. Okay. Machine in state Q0 and it reads A. Then it moves to the state Q1, replace this A by X and moves into the right direction. Okay. Means X Q1 A. Next, machine in state Q1, input is A, it goes to the Q1, replace this A by A and again moves in the right direction. Replace this A by A and moves in the right direction, means the symbol under the current tape head will be the small a. Okay. Next. Now at this time, machine in state Q1, input is B. It goes to the Q2, replace this B by Y. At this time, it moves in the left direction. Means this B is replaced by the Y and moves in the left direction. And the state is Q2. So Q2 and moves in the left direction with the symbol under the head will be A. So Q2 A Y P. Okay. In the same way, you can apply the transition function and you will get a sequence of moves of the machine. At the last, let us see what has happened. Okay, here you can see machine in state Q3. Input is B. B means a blank symbol. And the corresponding instruction given at this place is Q3B. Then it moves to the Q4. Replace this blank symbol by blank and moves in the right directions. Means B, Q4, B moves in the right directions. Okay. Here you can see we don't have a movement or transition function for this state. Means machine is state Q4 and it reads a blank symbol. Machine halts. If no transition function is defined, machine will halt. But at this time you can see Q4 is a final state. Means Q4 is a member of a set of final states. It means that this word is accepted by Turing machine. Okay, so this way you can identify, you can understand how a Turing machine works when a input is given to the machine. Next is the how will we make a transition diagram. A Turing machine can be represented with the help of a transition diagram. What is the transition diagram? Transition diagram is a directed graph. Okay. States, we already know the states are represented by vertices. The transition between states are represented by a directed edge. We label each arc with the help of three triplet with three tuples, alpha, beta, and gamma. And alpha and beta are the elements of this gamma, and Y is an element of L and R. Okay. The following algorithm is used to construct the transition diagram. Let us see. Draw small circles for each state with the name of the state written inside the circle. We already know this state. Next, start state is represented by a coming arrow or the word start or a minus sign. Final states are represented by the plus sign or final word or a double circle. If suppose there is a if there is a transition function delta qi alpha to qj beta gamma, mean machine is state qi, input is alpha, then it moves to the state qj, replace this alpha by beta and moves in the left or right direction. Okay. Then we make an arc from state qi to state qj, and this arc is labeled with alpha, comma, beta, comma, gamma. So this way we can make an arc between two states of the machine. And we repeat the step 4 for each transition function. We get a directed graph, and this directed graph is called a transition diagram. Let us see how will we draw a transition diagram for a Turing machine. Let us take the machine given in the example 1. As we know, first we draw the smart circles for each state Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3 of the machine with the name of the state written inside the circle. We indicate the start state is Q0 is indicated by the incoming arrow, and the final state, for example, is Q3 is indicated by the plus sign, and we draw an arc from state Q0 to Q1 with label AAR corresponding to the transition function delta Q0A Q1AR. and we repeat this process for each transition function, we get a transition diagram. Okay. Let us see here. There are 4 states in the machine. We have drawn the 4 circle Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay. Q0 here, Q0 is the initial state. Q3 is the final state. It is already given in the Turing machine. Okay. Here you can see there is an arc from Q0 to Q1. It means that there exists a transition function delta Q0 and input is A equal Q1 AR. Then we have to draw arc from state Q0 to Q1. In the same way, we repeat this process for each transition function, we get a transition diagram. You already know this process of making a transition diagram. Next point, language acceptability of the Turing machine. The language accepted by a Turing machine is a set of all words W such that W is a member of this sigma star, and machine start from initial state Q0W with 0 or more moves. It goes to the configuration alpha 1 P alpha 2, where P is a member of this F, alpha 1 and alpha 2 are member of this gamma star. Means language accepted by the Turing machine is a set of all words W, where W is a member of this sigma star, and machine start from initial state to the goes to the final configuration, and in the final configuration the state must be a member of this the set of final states. Okay. This is a reference book. Any questions? You are always welcome to send your question on my email. Thank you very much.